you're almost like a modern day physicist in some way.
Pretty much. You have to
you
be a
have to put it all
scientist
together
and
and
engineer.
yeah, okay,
Right.
and do it all.
But these are things, and when you restore works, these are the things you have to know, because if you're restoring an old masterpiece, you got to make paints like they use, because you can't squeeze it out of modern day paints. It just doesn't work. The colors won't match. So you have to make your colors. I work on coppers. I don't know of another artist today that does copper paintings like I do. And I got one in, I think 18, 20 years ago, something like that, to restore. I'd never restored one, so before I prepared to work on it, I thought I need to investigate, find out what's going on here. So I spent probably 9-10 months researching before I attempted to repair the piece, which I'm glad I did, because I found out it's all done in transparent layers. It's not just solid opaque type paint. So you lay a layer at a time to fill up the void, and you bring it up to where all your colors match the surrounding colors. At that point you stop. Then when that cures, you varnish it, and you got a perfect piece that looks like it's never ever been touched. You'd have to x-ray it to try to find it. But if I'd have used modern day paints, I would have had a ring or a circle of the repair area.
Okay.
So it was well worth the time to figure
And where
that
did this
out.
piece come from? Was it another?
It was one of my clients that brought it in.
Okay.
And you don't see too many copper paintings. They're very rare. You can go to museums, ask them if they have one in their collection, go look at it. It can be 400 years old and it looked like it was painted last month. They never go bad.
So there's something that lasts about that.
Right.
So when you're investing in a piece of art, besides the fact that you want to look for something that has many hours of obvious labor in it, you're looking for something that moves you.
Mm-hmm.
You're looking for something that has an intrinsic value and speaks to people. Do you find that people collect you for your realism, or do you find that they collect you because the piece speaks to them?
Most of them tell me that that piece speaks to me. I get so much out of that piece. It's got movement. I love it. I like what's going on. I have to have it for my collection. It's not so much about the story, but the story helps. And when you say photorealism, I try not to carry my work to that degree.
Okay.
I still want it to have a little bit of a painterly edge to it. And then I'll refine some areas real tight to where it's almost photorealism.
So it pops out more than
Right,
others,
right,
and then the other
right,
parts would
right,
recede.
right.
Well, that would make a lot of sense. So you're mostly sold in the States, or do you find that you're sold outside of the United States as well?
I'm sold all over the world.
All over the world.
Right.
Okay, and you have not experienced any downturn at all because of the quality of the work, is what you're saying?
That's a big point right there. The quality of the work, and like I said, and being around for so many years, you build your collector base. That takes time, but you have to keep producing good work. And I'll tell any young artist, don't rush it. Take your time, do your best, and you'll make it.
Well, it sounds to me like you're going to be developing a lot of fine artists with taking what you know and giving it out to the rest of us. And we appreciate that. I paint myself, and I'm sure I will buy your book.
Okay.
So is it going to be self-published, and is it going to be online for sale, or are you going to be going through a publisher?
Okay, I am self-publishing these books, and I'm working with other living master artists. So all of my friends that are living masters, I'll be visiting them, going through their studio, and filming them step by step, their procedures, where they get their ideas, their working methods, and so forth. I don't want it to all come from me. I want it to come from different artists so they can pick up a style or something that they like, and they've got something to work with.
Fabulous.
And then if they want to get in touch with that particular artist, that information will be in my books also. And my books will be on my website online, and I'll be creating a new website just for the books.
Okay, and your website is?
Ed Copley, fineart.com.
Well, that's pretty simple.
Yeah.
Now, I think the internet has really changed the way people do business as well. Do you get a lot of people coming to you and, off of your internet site?
I get a lot of people that find me that way because once they own a piece of your work, they want to know more about you, so they'll look you up on the website.
Right.
And then if I have a piece that's sold at an auction or something and someone buys, they'll research to find you. And then pretty soon you're getting commissions and sales through your website.
Now, value-wise, how has your work, has it gone up in price?
It's always going up.
It's always going up. Well, that makes it a good investment for sure. We want
Right,
to
right.
hear that what we put our money into, it's not just something that's on the wall, but it's
And I try to educate my clients or my buyers. I buy the best material available. I use the best materials I can get my hands on because I want it to be around for a few hundred years. I won't take shortcuts. I spend the time, the effort, including down to my framing. I have my frames custom made, or sometimes I'll carve and design my own frame for a particular piece if I have the time permitted.
well, I can definitely see why Ed Copley is a modern master. And thank you so much for coming out and talking to us.
Well, thank you for having me here. I enjoyed this.
All right, this is Tara Dondas with Ed Copley at Wake Up America.